Hey everybody. So my next video series that I'm starting right now, this video is going to be on a number of the foundational aspects of somatic experiencing, which is a program I have started. It's a trauma-focused, body-focused program that I have started to kind of give you a little bit of background about the program. So I'm in this program for the next 3 years with other body workers, other folks doing body related things, whether that's yoga or other types of movement. Doctors are in this program. The majority of people that are in this program are going to be talk therapists. So for folks who are looking for a more body-based talk therapy or body-based psychology, I would say, and looking especially for people who are being trained in a trauma-informed way, you can always see if somebody is a somatic experiencing practitioner or has done some amount of levels of the somatic experiencing program. There are other programs as well, of course. Just wanted to, let you all know the one I am in right now. That said, there are a lot of the things that we were learning, a lot of the things that we were practicing and doing, stem from such ancient indigenous wisdom that people have been doing forever. So I think as I figure out how I'm engaging in this work, I really want to, as always, kind of name that I am here to help clients hold a space in a way that they are just tapping into their own body wisdom. It's not like I am presenting anything new. And I want to give credit to, all of the humans that have been doing this forever before us, especially indigenous folks, black and brown folks who were connected to land and their bodies in ways that, often we aren't today. And so what does it look like to create space together where we can tap back into that wisdom and do that in a supported way where, I'm not considering myself being like, I don't know, a guide or a healer or anything like that, but just somebody who is here to witness and help somebody keep checking back in with their body and like accessing that healing through their own wisdom that maybe for so many reasons they might need just a little support in getting back to that wisdom. So this video series is going to be on orienting, grounding, and resourcing. So orienting basically meaning being able to take a moment to be more present to the space around you. And in a lot of ways, using being present to the space around you as a resource. And you'll see what I mean more when we actually get into the practice in this first video of orienting. The next video is going to be on grounding, so really connecting to one's own sense of balance, sense of weight, sense of connection to the earth, connection to whatever you're standing on or sitting on, kind of connection to your own body dropping down. And then resourcing is going to be done in a few ways, or could be done in a few ways, of basically being able to tap into a resource, whether that's something you can visually see or like tactilely touch, or somewhere that your mind can travel, to a really nice image, a really nice memory, something that basically is what they're describing in the program as like a counter vortex, as opposed to the trauma vortex that we can often get caught in and trapped in and live in. So the idea is to build resources up, build those resources that can help your nervous system settle, that can help you self-regulate, self-soothe, that can help you also co-regulate with other people. Building that as kind of, like something good, like a tool in your toolbox, or a supportive backpack that you can pull things out of that you might need on your journey, right? Like something to go to really have an alternative to come back to when you start to get trapped in the trauma vortex. So I wanted to start with those, and then at some point we will be getting more into noticing like harder sensations, and that's going to also just be more of the work that I'm doing individually with people, not necessarily through a video, right? Because I think it becomes much more important to, if somebody is trying to just use a video to explore something difficult like that I can see how that can create issues. And so I just kind of want to give folks a little bit of a taste of things that can be helpful in the meantime. And we will titrate a little bit. I'll use that word. So titration basically meaning we're not doing it all at once, right? Like just a metaphor that's often used around titration is, you open a soda that's about to explode. If you open it all the way, right? Versus if you let a little bit of steam out, let a little bubbles out, one little bit at a time, it becomes more tolerable. So know that in this video, the orienting video, then the grounding video, and the resourcing video, I want to leave room for anybody to have any experience come up where like, oh yeah, the sensation I am noticing is tension or pain or fatigue, or I'm feeling a little floaty, maybe a little dissociative. So we'll already start, while we're not going to focus on anything hard today in any of these series, I will guide you all a bit still with some titration of like, okay, if you're noticing a harder sensation to hold, to be present to, what does it look like to reground, to reorient, to re-resource? As those things are going to come up even if we aren't trying to focus on them. So that said, let's move into a bit of orienting. So again, as always, with anything I do, please, like, this is a space for you to listen to your body. So if you get done with this video, you get done trying this out with me, listen to that. And that's more beautiful than anything else, honestly, of you listening to what you need and listening to your body in that way. So, and I will do this with you. So I would just invite you to kind of settle in wherever you are. Feel free to be in a position that's going to be more supportive. So whether that's sitting or laying down or standing up, walking around, whatever your body can do and feels up for right now. And as we begin, I invite some slowness. So as we start to orient to the room, we really don't need to do this quickly. So for For me, I'm just noticing my walls, noticing the floor, and would invite you to do the same, just starting to notice your surroundings. Are there any windows or doors? And as you notice any of those exits, do you notice any response in your body? You notice any sensations come up? That could be temperature. Does anything feel hot, cold? Maybe you notice any kind of skin sensation. As you keep noticing windows and doors, maybe start to notice where walls meet ceiling, where walls meet the floor. See if you can invite your awareness, whether through sight or just through kind of an energetic sense, what is on your right, what is on your left, what is above you, what is below you. As you notice that kind of full space around you that's holding you, what happens? Again, noticing any sensations. Maybe it could be muscular. Maybe it could be some kind of constricting or expanding. Maybe there's a level of intensity. Maybe it's pinpointed in certain areas. Maybe it's kind of a full body sensation. And we're not trying to shift anything. We're just noticing. We're kind of titrating in and out too. So if you notice some trembling, some shaking, if you notice hot or cold, if you notice fuzziness, if you notice tension, pain, let's just notice, and let's just keep also then noticing outside of our bodies. So what are you touching right now? What can you see or smell? And as you look around your space and orient around your space, what does your eyes, if you're able to look, what do your eyes fall on? So see if as you're looking around, is there something that you keep coming back to that's really pleasant to look at? And can you describe the color of it? as you describe the color to yourself or the shape or the texture, see if there's a response in your body. And then as you linger on that object some more, and notice if anything happens next. Now that you have noticed your body's response, what happens next? There's no right or wrong answer here, just gently becoming aware of your own sensations. And if they feel too much, again, going back to something pleasant to look at. And even if it's something you're just looking at, maybe getting curious about how might that object feel, or how might that cat's fur feel, or how might that sunshine outside or breeze outside feel. And then noticing what happens next in your body. All right, so we're going to slowly come to a close here. So notice if, as we come to a close, maybe if your body wants to take any movement right now, maybe any way that would feel good to kind of re-enter your space. So for me, I'm like, oh, suddenly find myself rubbing my knees here, kind of turning my body. All right. Well, we will pause here for the orienting video, and then we will get into some grounding in the next video. All right. See you all soon.